All right, so we are back and the system is working. So that is good. All right, so I'm glad that it's working because now we can get into the broadcast. Today we today we're going to be talking about the wall. They say the wall is undefeated. Someone came onto my post yesterday because yesterday I put up a video. Not a video, I put up a post. I'm going to give you all a few seconds. Oh, Lord. Now I have to verify that it's me trying to log in. Yes, it's me. It's me. They just want to make sure that everybody has a mobile phone because they don't want people to be able to live lives without having to be always connected, which is sad. These are the days we've gotten into, that there's no way to verify yourself without a mobile phone. All right, so we're going to be talking about the wall. My question is, what has being pre-wall, young and naive ever truly gotten women? Really, I want to know. What has it really ever truly gotten women? Where has it gotten them? What have they really truly gained from this? I need I need and want to know. Let me let me see. Should I put up a, you know what? I'm going to put up a picture for my thumbnail. I'm going to have the picture going like this. That face don't look right. I'm going to try again. I look like a turtle. I look like a turtle. I look like a turtle. I don't know what's wrong with me and why I gotta act like this. Okay, so this is gonna be my thumbnail. Let me download this real quick and then upload it to the thing because it look crazy, but I don't care. I am who I am. Let me save the image in download, save, and then go to details and upload the thumbnail. That's how it's gonna look. That's how it's gonna look. Okay. So the thumbnail is up. I don't know why I am the way I am. Okay, we're not supposed to be acting like this right now. We're supposed to be getting ready for the show. Okay, so the thumbnail is uploaded. I'm here. This is on this. Let's get our thing started. All right, because you know, I need to zoom in a little bit. There we go. I feel like it needs to go up a little. Go up a little. Turn this side a little. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, I'm your host, Tonya TKO. And I'm a self-love specialist. Today we're going to be talking about hitting the wall. Somebody wrote to me, oh, you know what? Before we do all of that, let's just go live on all of the platforms. Let's do that. Let me make sure I got my notification. I don't even know if I got, oh yes, I just got the new notification. All right. So let's jump right into it. Oh, you know what? I forgot I put my phone on Do Not Disturb many days ago. That's why my phone is not making any noises and not ringing and stuff. I was wondering why it wasn't ringing. Music, maestro. All right. We are live on Twitch. We're live on Facebook. We're live on LinkedIn. And of course, we are live on YouTube, which is the main platform. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. I am your host, Tonya TKO. I am a self-love specialist from TonyaTKO.com. And on this channel, we use viral stories for you to look within to see the self-love lesson for yourself. However, yesterday I veered and I talked about single and child-free. If you want me to read the post for you, I can do that actually, because I put it up. Put up a, oh, we don't have the screen up with the comments. Welcome. Okay. And now my thing is not working properly. When I go to change the screens, now it's putting, this is why I didn't want to update. This is not the way it's supposed, I'm just supposed to be able to change screens without, let me see. Let me see what I need to do. Let me see. Okay, there we go. All right. So I will read the post for you. Put up a 1 if you saw the post yesterday. If you saw the post yesterday, put up a 1. I want to see how many people came across the content, because I'm going to read the whole thing for you, and then we're going to open up the phone lines, because I truly want to ask men, what has being pre-walled really, like, truly ever gained young, naive women? What did they gain from it? Truly, like, truly gain. And I asked one guy, well, I asked it on my page, and one guy was brave enough to answer. So we're going to read his thing. But for right now, let's read the post. Okay. Okay. So I don't know if you all can see this, but I have it circled on the screen, and it says, "This is the Washed Up Women's Club." And I wrote back to him and said, yes, washed and cleansed up from the effery. Then he comes back and says, "You must cry often at night. No child and no husband. Poor you." And I said to him, ironically, I do cry at night. I just overcame an operation for which I'm happy to be alive. I cry at night for my mother. I feel her energy strengthening me. To be honest, the last thing on my mind is a man or child, because those are two groups of people expecting me to care for them. And then I went on to say, right now, I'm happy to be free of the encumbrances of both. Men don't typically make things better when women are unwell. They cater for a short while, then want the woman to get back to serving, then makes recovery hell for her when she isn't getting better, quote unquote, quick enough to get back on duty. And let's not talk about children. They can be so selfish. I'm going to be honest with you. During my recovery, I'm happy to have the quiet and solitude to heal in peace. No one asking me for dinner, fighting in the background, needing to know where things are, where his good suit, his keys, those items that was lost in the laundry, wanting toilet paper, being loud outside my room, or crawling beside me in bed, trying to find out if my mouth and jaws still work. That was my post, right? Those were the things that I responded, right? And then when I went to put it up, I felt inspired, and I wrote a long post. Do we have the time to read this whole thing? I'll read it quickly. When are they going to learn that we are single and child-free by choice because it's better than the alternative? They see family life as this nostalgic, magical thing because they don't see or respect the invisible labor that makes everything run. And Google invisible labor. It's a real thing. Trillions of dollars. Let me see if I could get this moved over a little bit so you can see more. There you go. Trillions of dollars of women's labor is unpaid every year, and it helps society go round, but men don't respect it because they feel that they're in a position of being above us, and that is our joy and duty to submit and serve them, to be their birthing person, and to push their pick-me out into the world, and really not get much support from them, physically, mentally, whatever. So I go, they enjoy the warmth-filled home, not respecting that it runs off of our energy. They, as the recipients of feminine energy, have a completely different experience than the person expending the feminine energy. Meanwhile, they do nothing to replenish that energy. They just suck, siphon until the well is dry and you're just burnt out. Some people do try to do some things to replenish the energy, but far too many just don't. They just think that you're an endless resource. They think just having quote unquote any old man is some sort of quote unquote prize, like it's your pleasure to be their servant and cater to them. They don't realize they are the ones who benefit from marriage while women die sooner deaths with them. We all drank the Kool-Aid of patriarchy, but their grandmothers and mothers didn't pull them aside to tell them the real deal. Or they just didn't care to hear. They saw a granny with her busted knuckles and busted knee and sometimes busted lip and said, I want one of those. In fact, each man in the system feels he is owed a wife servant and birthing person and can't understand why you won't give him what he is due. They are the ones suffering without their marrier maid and submissive sex slave who can't leave. This is why they want to end no-fault divorce, get rid of birth control, and abolish women working. They want their sweet deal back, not realizing their dream is your nightmare. Thank you, women's liberation, that I have no owner, quote unquote owner, demanding I serve him while I'm recovering and unwell. Can you imagine the beatings I would have gotten if I would have tried to heal in peace in past generations? That's what I wrote. That's what I wrote. What are your thoughts on that? You can go to any one of my posts on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram to give your response to that. Right now, we are on a different type of time. Right now, we are on the time of wanting to open the phone lines because I asked a question in my post yesterday. My question was, someone help me understand, how has a bunch of men finding a woman young and attractive truly benefited her? I need to know the big benefit which would make women want to stay young and naive forever. Please tell me, because I've been both and I prefer age and wisdom for myself. And I truly, with all of my heart, do. I prefer the age and the wisdom. Where's my logo? Here it is. Okay. So one man was brave enough to answer. Ronald said, being beautiful, 9 or 10, submissive and cooperative, give a young, fertile woman the opportunity to be number one marriage selection, a high-value man, rather than the perennial defaulter of Ray Ray and poker. That's what he said, right? And I said to him, what is the true benefit of the scenario you're suggesting? Seriously, what does she truly gain? And I waited hours for him to come back. He never came back. And so I wrote again. I tagged him. I said, Ronald, I'm waiting for an answer. What does she truly gain? A male with money valuing her youth and beauty to give her what exactly? How is he going to treat her? How will he show up in that relationship? How compatible are they? He's already expecting her to subjugate herself for him. The man never came back to answer. So now I am being forced onto a live show because this has been on my mind since yesterday. I wanted to broadcast yesterday, but I'd gotten my iron infusion yesterday. And afterwards, I really just wanted to just eat and nap and lay in bed. My mouth tasted like metal. I just was just too tired yesterday. And there are people who want me to talk about this young lady who was in court and fell asleep. So in order to do that, I need to get this off of my mind so that we can talk. I want to know. And so are there any men here who can answer this question? If you're a man here who can answer what a woman truly gains and benefits from a bunch of men being attracted to her and her being young and naive, if you can answer this and answer this sincerely, I'm going to open up the phone lines because I want to talk to you. I want to get your answer, and I'm sincere with wanting that answer. So put up the number 2 if you are a man and you are going to answer this question. So let's get some music on while we wait for the men to put up 2s, because you know they be sparsed out. They be sparsed out. So let's get some music on. Give me a second. I gotta deny these cookies and then log in. Come on, put up a number 2. Let's see. Sign in. Sign in. I want them to put up a number 2 because I really want to talk to somebody who can help me understand what the woman truly gains. I need to understand it. Because, you know, they come they come to my videos and they tell me that I have hit the wall, that I'm post-wall, that the wall is never defeated or something along those lines. But I know they're lying. They're lying. They're lying. Look at me in all my non-makeup glory, skin tight, taut, plump and juicy. Look at me, bubbling young Tonya so. And they try to tell me that I've hit the wall, but I know it's a lie because I've been to people's pages who truly don't look like they're caring for themselves well. And I never see those comments there. I guess they have some decorum. They have some, but they come to me because they want to put me in my place. They think say me I go beg, that me I go get down upon my knees and crawl before them. But they don't know that I am the one who puts on the patent leather, boy. And you're the one who gets on your knees before me. Oh, you know, this is not, oh, that slipped out. Inside voice. You all don't need to know about that. All right. So, has anybody put up a number 2? We got people on Facebook here. There's 47 people on Facebook, 286 on YouTube. We got our one Twitchy in the house, and we no longer broadcast on Twitter X because Elon Musk wants content creators to pay to broadcast. So now, anytime that you see somebody broadcasting live on Twitter, just know that Elon is making them pay. Elon is a fraud. He didn't even found Tesla or PayPal. He's an it. Let me shut my mouth. There are no men here who are going to answer. I need you all to start tagging some men on your Facebook page who you see have these conversations in the public sphere. I need to hear from them. I need to understand how being pre-wall. Oh my goodness, are you all going to make me, what am I going to do? We can't have a show with no male callers. Start tagging people on your Facebook page. Please. Oh, what am I going to do? Because, you know, I used to have some men who were in the manosphere in my phone, but you know, I changed my phone number at the beginning of the year. So I'm not even, what am I going to do? How do we get someone to talk? No one has put up the number 2. I need to see you all tagging people because I know that you all see. So the question is in the topic of the video. Pre-wall. How have women truly benefited from being young and naive? I want men to answer how hitting the wall or being near the wall or growing older and having wisdom for a woman is something that she should not look forward to. Somebody is saying, you're a combative woman. Why read his comment like yes, I need you to call in. Call in and talk to me. I read his comment like that because that was what was inspired in me as the voice that was behind those words. You're right, though. You're right. I should do like men do and just pretend up front. I should have never read it like that because I probably scared away people because they probably think I don't want to have a sincere conversation. So you are right. I want to have a sincere conversation. So please, why don't you be the one to call in? Why don't you call in? Will you step forward? I messed up. I should have been more demure. You know, like how those Asian women trick those passport bros. Like how those Asian women trick those passport bros. Oh my goodness, I should have done it like that. Act naive. That's how you get them. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can start all over again. Well, sirs, could you come up and educate little old me who don't know? Please, educate me. I need to know. It's not gonna work now. It's not gonna work. They've already peeped the game. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Okay, so I'm flailing. I can't find not one man to come and educate me. Not one. Oh, okay. Let me see what I'm gonna do. Let me see what I'm gonna do. Oh my goodness. What are we gonna do? I'm an Asian woman. I watch and get game from them on how to play men. They're the goats. Oh no, I love Asian women. I watch and get game from them. Okay, so am I gonna have to start opening up the phone lines to women since there are no men who want to call in? Come on, I need you all to tag some people. Man. All right, so I'm gonna open up the phone lines and I'm just going to ask women. I don't know what to do because I've opened the floor for men to talk. One even told me I was combative, you know, so I guess he was being honest with me, but he didn't call in. Let me get my phone line. Let me get my earbud in. Why do women care about man and relationships so much? I'm just not interested, she says. You know, listen, this is how the continuation of the species. What you're talking about? The species have to continue by people being, you know, oh, okay. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. I just got a reminder from my coach. I have a coaching call today in 45 minutes. So I can't be on here for too long. So I got that message in. Okay. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let me see. I think I've unthing my thing. Okay, so no one is going to hold on. The phone lines are open 323-488-3149. I gotta oh, it's reconnected. Okay, perfect. All right. Let me put it up on the screen. Here's the phone number going across there. Someone says non-combative is a symbol of strength, not, no, there's no, you don't know what is a symbol of strength and for whom. Everyone is different. For some people, being a certain way can be a symbol of a certain thing, and for other people it can be a different symbol. We can't make these big blanket statements. We do not know. We do not know. So here's the phone number right here, 323-488-3149. So Terrence, they're calling you forward. Come up and teach us. Listen, some man has a day off today. Some man starts the later shift. Not everybody is at work right now. Some of them are driving their DoorDash and their Ubers. Don't act like you don't know. Okay, so ladies, I'm gonna open up the floor to you. I tried to keep it open for men, but they're not gonna call. So ladies, why do you think that men put this huge emphasis? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. We have all been young. And I remember what it was like when I was young and naive. Actually, it got to the point where I had to lie and tell men I was older because of the way they would salivate and chomp at the bit and act like just effing fools, that I had to just tell them I was older. Same look, same person. I just had to lie and be like, I had to tell them I was in my 30s because when I was in my 20s, they just acted so foolish. And I got tired of the way that they treated me when they knew I was in my 20s. You could tell because you could see their eyes gloss over and they get all these wild ideas. But what did it really get me? Being young and naive and a whole bunch of men being attracted to me, what did it get me? Where did it get me? What is the big gain that any woman gets from men, from a whole bunch of them being attracted to her? I need somebody to test the phone lines and see if the phone lines are working now at this point. Someone is asking someone else to define masculinity. Kayla is saying, I'm sorry, but I don't have a deep hate for men. Who wants you to have a hatred for men? Hate only poisons you. Travis is saying, why can't we all get along? Call in, Travis, answer the question. Men are attracted to masculinity too. I actually think men are very attracted to masculinity. Very much so. They put themselves in pecking orders according to other men's masculinity, and they respect masculinity. They don't respect femininity. They like it. They want it for their use and needs, but I do not believe by and large that men respect femininity. This is why just calling a man a woman is an insult. How is calling somebody a woman an insult? Like if somebody calls somebody, you black person, and they weren't black, what is the insult in that? Unless the person is automatically supposed to assume all of the other stereotypes and all of the stuff. But all a man has to do is, like, if you look at these sports teams, they're like, come on, ladies, get it together. Call them girls, call them women. And that's the insult. That's the punchline. That's the whole insult. So no, you cannot respect a group of people that by just mere calling somebody else that is an insult. I need somebody to call in and check the phone lines. And I need to hear a man's voice. Why are the men not calling in, but they're writing in the comments? Perry, you made it, but the men are not calling in. Someone is saying, most men do not even like women, but are too afraid to live as gay. So they deal with women to mask their true attraction to men. Well, I don't know if you could say most, Well, okay. I thought you meant most men were attracted to women. Most men do not even like. Yeah, I could believe that most men don't really truly like women. And then Sharon says your whole show is against men. So call in and answer the question about hitting the wall and how being young, a bunch of men being attracted to a woman, being naive, how did that benefit any woman? I want to know what the benefits were. Maybe the benefits were a few drinks that somebody bought in the club. I mean, come on, be creative. Be creative. I don't understand why they're afraid. And they're scared of me. I don't understand why you men are scared of me. I'm just but a woman. Look at me. Look, I'm so soft. Look. And since I've been healing, I've lost a lot of my muscle mass. Just look. I'm so soft. I'm just bone and fat. That's it. Look at this smooth skin, these little fists. Why and how could you be afraid of me? Call. Okay, listen, ladies, somebody test the phone lines for me because there's no call. Oh, you know what? One call we missed. Here, let me try this one. Let's see.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone.
Man, did you all hear that? Mel, don't be killed. Call in. Call in and speak your piece. Anton, too much sarcasm and hate. We are out here producing right now and being entertained by you as we get it done. Thanks. Anton, call in. If you can tap, do you have the type of job that you can't talk on the phone if you so choose? Take a little bathroom break. 323-488-3149. Take a little bathroom break. Man. Men are socialized to think that women having a man is benefit enough. Okay. Okay, speak your piece. Speak your piece. Speak your piece. So that's what they think. They think, so what is a high value man? According to Kevin Samuels, a man who made a certain amount of money over $100,000 over a 6-month period of time. Oh, someone is calling. You're in the air live with Tonya. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Sharnissa, and I'm calling from North Carolina.
Hi, Charlissa from North Carolina. All right, so talk to me. What?
Well,
Yeah.
could you just go ahead and repeat the question for me? Because there's just so much to it, but I want to take it one at a time.
Okay. 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 Give me 1 second. The question is about hitting the wall. Do you know what hitting the wall is? Maybe we can get somebody to
Yes,
define what hitting the wall is. Okay, so you know what hitting the wall is. What is hitting the wall?
yes. We're doing everything that we can, trying all the techniques, doing all the open mind, everything we can do to figure out what it is to get a successful interaction, relationship, etc., with the male. We're hitting a wall.
That's what you think hitting the wall means?
In terms of trying to understand men, trying to figure out what it is that they're either not getting or needing or wanting or,
Oh,
and why our
wow.
relationships and marriages turning out like this.
That's so interesting. You know what? I'm going to let you jump off the line because I want a man to call in and explain what hitting the wall means, okay? And then I'm going to call you back,
Hmm.
okay?
Sounds good.
All right. And tell me your name one more time.
Star Nissa.
Okay, Sharnissa. Okay, I'll call you back, Sharnissa.
Thank
All
you.
right. So that's what she thinks hitting the wall means. Can a man please call in and educate the ladies? I didn't even realize that you all didn't know what hitting the wall meant. So I need a man to call in and explain to the ladies what hitting the wall means. Okay? So she, and she wasn't holding up the line because no one else was calling in. So she did us a favor. Otherwise, we would have had no one. Listen, one thing that we're not going to do is we're not going to attack the callers because everybody who calls in is brave. Okay. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Travis. I'm calling from Arizona.
Hey, Travis from Arizona. Y'all give it up for the first man who was brave enough to call in. Travis. All
Wow.
right.
Why are they afraid to call in?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Men can be very shy sometimes. You know that.
Well, maybe you're intimidating them.
Well, I doubt that. Not with all this soft caramel glory over here. But Travis, the question is hitting the wall. What does that mean? Can you educate the women?
Hitting the wall with respect to pursuing a woman?
Where are we at right now? You've never heard the term hitting the wall or hit the wall.
Yeah, but I've heard it in relation to a bunch of things. Usually it's like associated with burnout, right?
Oh.
But you keep breaking up.
Okay, I'm going to let you go, Travis, and I'm going to let somebody who can explain it in today's manosphere terms, okay?
Okay.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Thank you for calling in. All right, so we got the phone lines open. I need a man who understands the manosphere term, hit the wall. What does that mean in today's terms? We only have a minute before our dance break, which means we've been on here for 35 minutes and haven't gotten one call in yet. I need a man to call in and explain what hitting the wall means. Come on, men. Here we go. You're on the air live with Tonya TKO. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Tamara from Florida.
You're not a man, Tamara.
Girl, nobody can answer this question. I know the answer to the question.
So you don't think don't think there's any man who's gonna call in and answer the question?
No.
I have faith that one will. Let me try.
I don't think those.
Let me try once again. Let me try once again. Okay. And then if not, then
right.
we'll circle back. Okay. Why are the men not calling in? Oh my goodness. Lovely says they're not gonna call. Not one man. This is the whole show right here. That not one man was brave enough to defend his ideology. Oh my gosh, look. Here goes the time for our dance break right now. That's one of the rules of the show. I forgot to mention that the other day. So let's I'm not really in the mood for that right now. I ain't in the mood. Let me see what Gotta Get Back sound like. I ain't in the mood for all of that either. I ain't in the mood for that. Come on, we gotta get up and dance, so we gotta find something good. Are you all ready you want some Afro beats? I don't think I could jump around. You know my blood is low. So let's see. Please fill my cup. I ain't really asking for much. Do I want that song? Oh, look, there's a new song here called Suavecito. Let's see what Suavecito is about. Let's see what Suavecito, come on. Oh, I don't know why you all are making me dance. This one is called Tacos y Salami. This one is called La Clave. I ain't in the mood for this. I ain't in the mood for a bunch of auto-tune and all that other stuff. This is called On the Trail. Let me see what this is about. Oh, this is our, we love us some rock and roll. So, come on. Get up out your seat. Come on, let's dance to the rock and roll beat. This song is only 2.5 minutes. So come on, you can get up in 2.5 minutes. Come on. Oh! Come on. Come on. Listen. Get it. Come on. Listen. I'm up here looking like a fool, so you better get up out your seat and just move for 2 minutes. Come on. Come on. Hey. All right. Come on. Hey. I'm starting to run low. Come on. Mm, 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 mm. All right. Oh. All right. Whew. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. Because you know I have low blood count right now. That's why I got my iron infusion yesterday. And my blood is not carrying oxygen well. But I got that iron in there now. All right. So we're going to go back to the phone lines one more again. And if we can't get any men to call in, we're just going to go to the ladies. Because I tried to give the men a chance to speak their piece. But they want to act afraid of me. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be afraid. I just want to talk. Okay. So phone lines are open. Somebody wants an interpretive dance. That's funny. All right, phone lines are open. I'm looking for just one man who can give the definition, the manosphere definition of what hitting the wall means. That's all we want. We've been on here for 40 minutes, y'all. 40 minutes. 40 minutes waiting for this show is a bust. No one's going to answer the question. We got the Philippines in the house. Welcome. Okay. All right. Well, no man is going to call in, so we're going to just start calling the women back now. Going once, going twice. The number's on the screen. It's also in the title of the video. 323-488-3149. No? All right. All right. So, I don't know what else to say. All right. We're going to call the women back. All right.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
Well, she's not answering now. So, what do we do? I don't know what's going on. The one man said he just using me for entertainment, but he has no desire to call in. Man, this is very telling. This is very telling. Well, this is the whole show right here. I don't know what to say. Well, you know what? Perry Life says they're all busy working at the local car wash. That ain't right. We think it may derive from the song My Sugar Walls, where the lowly-minded men from the 80s may have coined that silly term, hitting the wall, side, to age shame. I just tuned in. What's the topic? We're looking for just one brave man to call in and give us the manosphere term for what hitting the wall means. That's what we're doing. That's, we might as well. We only have a few more minutes left anyway. So I'm gonna call the first woman back. Charlissa was her name, right? Only morals. Are you male or female? Charnissa,
Yes.
we calling you back, child. Not a man called in. Not a well, a man called in, but he didn't know what the term "hit the wall" meant either.
Well, out in. We appreciate that.
Well, I'll just explain what "hit the wall" means. So basically, the men in the manosphere have this idea that there is a wall, and they say the wall is undefeated. What they say is that a woman that her best years are between 18, they first said 18 and 29. Then they lowered it 18 to 25. Then they lowered it 18 to 23. That after the age of 23, a woman so called hits the wall. And I don't think that it's ironic that a person's brain fully develops around the age between 25 and 27 is when the gray matter leaves and the white matter of adult brain comes in. And they kept lowering the age, lower and lower and lower, to mean that after a woman gets to this certain age, that there's a wall there, and then she completely falls apart. She hits the wall, and the body gets messed up, the face gets messed up, and she's just old and washed up at that point. And they're saying this about 24-year-olds, that they're hitting the
Wow.
wall.
I definitely have a lot to say about that. For one, it's sounding like these men want baby girls that they can mold and shape into the ideas and accept them for the less than the man that they really are at that point, because everything that you explained to me that they rather have a child in a child's mind than a woman in an adult mind to grow with. That's what that sounds like. So it sounds like to me when they say hitting the wall means that there aren't enough young women to go around to mold and shape into their idea of a woman.
Well, thank you for adding that. However, I will say that the manosphere idea is that when women are young, right, that they have all of these men who are interested in them because they're so young, they're beautiful, they're naive, they're all of these things. They got the young, taut body and all this other stuff. But these
Right.
girls don't want to settle down. Instead, they go on a DICK parade and just, I think it's a carousel, or a COCK carousel. And they just go from man to man to man getting used up. And that by the time they do want the good man, they have 3 and 4 kids by different men, and they're all used up now at this point. And the men who were trying to chase them back in the days don't want them anymore because now they have money and they have their choice of woman, and she's all banged up now with a whole bunch of baby daddies. So that is their idea, that women need to learn these cautionary tales and settle down young and not go for the cock carousel, so that they can get a good man, because good men like women who are as virginal as possible. This is their theory.
That theory, I can understand where they're coming from, but it goes right back around again into where, yes, these women went on these carousels, but they didn't get the DICK carousel on their own. These men contributed to that. So while they're contributing to the women getting to this wall, they don't want to do that part. They don't want to teach their sons that, hey,
Well,
that's not how you want to treat a woman, because it goes
actually,
both ways. It takes two hands to
no, it
clap. We
doesn't.
say
It
this
doesn't.
about
It
women.
doesn't go both ways in their world. Let me just tell you, they feel that men can never be hoes. They are homemakers. They feel that um, for a girl, a young girl, all she has to do is walk out her house and men are interested, right? So getting a man and getting sex for her is easy. But men going out there trying to get a girl, trying to get sex, he has to bust his chops, he has to work out, he has to get some money, he has to clean up his look, he has to figure out the mind of a woman, he has to do all of this stuff in order to get sex. So for a man or for a boy, a young man, getting sex is hard. But for a girl, getting sex is easy. So if she gets 10 DICKs, that just only shows her low worth, right? But if he gets 10 VJs, that shows his high worth because he was able to get 10 women to consider, or 10 girls to consider having intercourse with him. And the better looking, the younger the girl, the better for him. You know what? I didn't know that you all didn't know what was being said in the manosphere. I guess we should have started there. So what are your thoughts on that? And then we're going to take the next call.
So what I gather is, what exactly are we supposed to do with the fact that they don't want to go through what it takes to get a girl, and is jealous at the fact that women are beautiful? And, I mean, there's just so many things there that just really comes down to a boo-hoo, a wham, 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 a pity me when it comes to the manosphere.
Well, let me
You
ask you this
know,
question
it's like
because,
they
listen,
want you to
listen.
be a virgin until they decide to be with you. But everyone is not raised Mormon. There's people who are raised in so many different ways and backgrounds. And the point is it's like science. You're gonna F around and find out. People make bad decisions and later regret it. But that in no way is any way a determination of their true value. Because at the end of the day, it's the men that has to have the sex to get the kids. So,
Right. So
at
hold
the
on.
end
So
of the day, it sounds like they really want.
listen. We're running low on time. So I need to ask you this question. You were a young woman once, right?
Mhm.
What did you gain? What did you truly gain from men for being young and naive? That's the question.
um, Marriage, and to find out that they want the my first husband, I married at 18, had 2 children, and I ended up going into the military to support him because the only thing he was worried about was having an image and having kids like, hey, I'm a husband and a father. Okay, but when it came down to it behind closed doors, most men doesn't have what it takes to be a protector, a provider, the things that are important in being in an adult relationship, no matter how young this woman is,
Mm,
you know.
okay. So what did you gain? What did you truly gain?
I what did I truly gain was knowledge and understanding that these men aren't ready for the types of responsibilities and roles,
What did you
and
truly
really look
gain
at the
from the
young
man?
women.
What did he get? What did a man truly ever really, how did it benefit you from men for you to be young,
It
beautiful,
didn't benefit
naive,
me
all
in
of
any
that?
way. I
Hmm?
did not. I'm trying to tell you, I did not get any benefit besides the beautiful children that I have. I had a lifelong lesson of hard knock life. Somebody else might have a better story, but I didn't get anything out of it. It wasn't beneficial to me, other than me having someone to watch the kids while I was at work.
Mm. And on that note, thank you. Thank you. She said a mouthful there. She said a mouthful. So we're going to take the next call real quick because we are running low in time because I do have my business coaching in 15 minutes. So
Hello,
you're in Your Life with Tonya. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Ashley from Jersey.
Oh, hey, Ashley from Jersey. Welcome. So my question to you, well, how old are you now? 20s, 30s, 40s?
Oh, I'm 35.
Okay. So what did you ever gain from men from being in your 20s, young and naive? Or earlier than 20s?
I will say regarding relationships, I had really good relationships. I'm kind of a nerd, so I always dated other nerds. So I will say, like, I never, I don't have like any sob stories necessarily about that. But I did want to say that I'm grateful that I waited until I was older to get married. I'm very
Okay,
grateful for that
listen,
because,
listen,
oh,
listen. Tell me your name again. Ashley from Jersey, was it?
yeah.
Okay. I want you to answer the question that I'm asking, please, because we're running low on time because I have to get to my business coaching call. What did you truly gain from men dating in your teens and 20s? I want to know. That's the question I want to know.
I gained really good experiences.
Like what? Tell
Um,
me. I want to know. That's the
oh
question.
gosh, tons. Things like going to places with each other and having first time experiences with each other, receiving love notes, just getting a lot of love and affirmation.
Okay. Okay. So you gained some love notes, going to places for the first time together, and love and affirmation.
Yeah, lots of like life experiences. Because when you're young, sometimes you experience things for the first time together.
Okay, like what are some
Oh,
of these?
like
Mm-hmm.
like going overseas, going to museums, going to concerts together that were like unbelievable, things like that.
Oh, okay, okay. So like the fun outings and stuff, and
Yeah,
having just these life experiences. Okay, and so
yeah, definitely.
these relationships were really great. What happened?
Yeah. Uh, Mostly I was young, so for example, my first relationship, I just had a crush on another guy at some point, and so we broke up. My second relationship, we were together for 4 years, but once we graduated college, he moved away. So I personally don't really like long distance, so that's why
Mm-hmm.
that ended. Um, the next one after that, we had a difference of life choices. So at this point, I was old enough to get married, but this person wanted to stay in a particular, like, follow a particular religion and church that I was not. It wasn't going to happen. So
No. Mm-hmm.
I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm not going down that road. I found that for me, I just found like that type of organized religion to not be beneficial. So that's why that ended. But then
Okay.
after that, I found my husband.
Okay. Okay. How long have you been married?
Only 2 years, but we've been together 6, or yeah, 6. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So you have been with your husband since you were 29.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, wonderful. So let me ask you this. You say that you were nerdy.
I am.
Okay, so you're still nerdy. Were you
Yes.
considered like beautiful by many? Like were a lot of men attracted to you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. And I want I'm curious to know from all of these men who were really so attracted to you, what was the benefit of that?
What was the benefit of their attraction, or
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess the fact that we ended up in a relationship, and then that relationship ended up being good.
So were you were in a relationship with every man who was attracted to you?
Oh no, not every man. No, I thought you were talking about my boyfriend. Um,
No.
you're saying in totality,
Yeah,
all
like
men
with
that
a
were
bunch
attracted.
like with a bunch of men being attracted to you, like the more men being attracted to you, how did that benefit
Uh,
you?
that did not personally. I feel like, um, to be honest, like I felt. Well, let me say this. I don't think being beautiful or not being beautiful necessarily protects you from any kind of harm. So I don't want to ever put that across. But I do think that being attractive at a young age
Mm-hmm.
definitely put me in situations where, especially older men, would give attention.
Okay, tell us about that.
Um, just what I said. Like they would just be flirtatious or say certain things. I had a teacher say that he can't wait till I turned 18, and I was 10 when he said that. So things like that would happen, and I would just be disgusted. Things like that.
Okay, okay. All right. You know, I appreciate you giving your point of view because you help remind me about what dating was like young, you know, the outings and the having fun and the having another person to do those things with. And I I'm happy to be reminded about that. So please, you all continue to have these honest conversations and to remember and remind other people who sometimes we get in this mire for so long that we forget that there was a time when certain people were enjoyable. And then as we grow, we realize that most of that was for the courting. And then after the courting was done, then it turned into something else. I am one of the things that stuck out to me yesterday when I posed the question, and I have to let you go so I could take another call. One of the things that really stood out to me was this idea that women have this tremendous benefit from a whole bunch of men being attracted to her. It's because, you know, with the youth, the beauty, the naivete, that is a recipe for her getting hurt. That's a recipe for a bunch of people, a bunch of men pretending to be something that they're not just so that they could try to get something from her. And so I feel like after a certain level of beauty, that it actually becomes a disadvantage because there's far too much attention, and that attention
Yeah.
doesn't always come with good intentions. Sometimes it comes with nefarious intentions, and with them being older, having the
Yep.
know-how on how to manipulate. And so I'm going to say this though before we
Yeah.
jump off. I think I understand that we want to be positive. However, it would be disingenuous for anybody to say that they have not had negative experiences because we live in a world with a dichotomy where, in order to be able to recognize what good is, we have to have come into contact with what not good is. So I appreciate you calling in, Ashley from Jersey. You are our shiro this morning. Have a good one.
Okay.
All right, we're going to take this will probably be our last call because I have my coaching session in 5 minutes and I just want to grab this real quick. And then I want you to give me your SLLs and get out of here. My self love lesson for today is really about moving the show along, even if my targeted demographic does not call in. I have to move the show along because we spend 40 minutes waiting for men. You're in the air live with Tonya. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello.
Hi, this is Shay from New Orleans.
Hey, Shay from New Orleans.
How
Talk to
you
me, baby.
doing?
Listen, my girl, we got about 3 minutes for this phone call. So I need you to answer really
Okay.
quickly. How did you benefit from being young, attractive, naive?
I benefited absolutely nothing. The only thing that I gained from it was trauma and heightened discernment,
What do
if
you
you
mean by
want to be
that?
honest.
Let's talk to us. What do you mean?
I have always looked a bit older than what I
Mm,
was.
mm-hmm.
So starting at about the age of 12, I looked at least about 16.
Mm,
I would be in my school uniform, grown men of every color, every race, every ethnicity, howling at me like I'm an animal or a wolf or something, making
mm.
barking noises.
What?
One man, yeah, one man, he's in a van, and I'm about 12 years old, walking home from school in a uniform. He has his parts out and he's making gestures with it. So
Oh.
from there, it only got worse. It didn't matter if I dressed up, if I dressed down, if I toned up. I mean, if I gained weight, if I lost weight, it just didn't matter. I would get harassed.
Mm,
So about me, I'm 32. I'm 5'8", 161 pounds. I'm just a curvaceous girl. I have
mm-hmm.
hazel eyes, and I'm from
Mm,
the South, so I have like that exotic Southern look.
mm,
I have been nothing but harassed. And the men, it was like they would, I felt that they would use me for my youth. They would
mm,
use me as arm candy. but it was like they would use me as a Barbie doll, almost like little boys when they see a Barbie doll, how they want to just break it apart. It was like I was some type of toy. I never felt like a person.
Mm.
So that's what I benefited, Tanya. And I'm sorry if it's negative and cynical, but
No, no, because
that's
that
my
also
experience.
reminds me of, because, yeah, it reminds me of what it was like when I was young and all
Mhm.
of the men and their lasciviousness and it was too much. It was a
Yes.
lot. And I was actually happy to escape from having a youthful look because, well, I still look youthful, but they can tell I'm a woman
Mhm.
and my voice has deepened up. So yeah,
Yes.
it just reminded me of the way men would act, trying to get me home with them or trying to come to my home at all costs, pretending to be somebody that they're not, and all of this stuff. That
Exactly.
reminded me. So listen, my girl, I appreciate you calling in and giving us your point of view. We got to do the self-love lessons now, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Wow, this has been a very informative show for me. I'm happy that we got a chance. Oh, somebody is trying to call in at the midnight hour. We got 1 minute for this call. 1 minute. 1 minute. That's all I can give it. Okay. Let me see. Because I really have to get to my coaching call, but I'm going to start getting your self-love lessons together. Type SLL. Oh, I got to read the apples too. I'm going to read the apples before we get out of here. Well, this person is not answering, so they've missed their opportunity. Let me read the apples and then get your self-love lessons together. And then we shall go from there. Aura has sent through $8.24. Says teaching self-love. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tony Daniel says watching the show. Thank you. Bridget sends $2 and says for clap clap. Thank you. Jada sends $25 and says SOL. I will evaluate and apologize for trauma to my kids. Oh, that must have been from the last show. Okay. All right. So let's get your self-love lessons together. I know what my self-love lesson is. So you have to type out SOL and tell me what your self-love lesson is. Say it from, somebody says, Tanya, I'm a guy. I'll call in next show early. You know what? I'll put up a poster and then we'll have a show later. Today is Wednesday. Listen, I'll put up, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how we can do this. Type SLL and let me know what your self-love lesson is from today's show. And I'm going to tell you my self-love lesson is about moving on sooner. I learned that the show must go on because in waiting for men, I got dust, nothing, goose eggs, and I could have talked to women and at least got some good sound bites that could have made like a nice little short. You know what I mean? But instead, I spent all of my time really just wanting to hear their point of view, and I should have moved on sooner. I really should have. So on that note, it is 10. Type your self-love lessons. I have to go to my coaching call. I will see you all. Tanya TKO, and I'm out. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And I will deepen my love by doing what is right for the show at large. Talk to me about what your self-love lesson is. I need you to speak it from the positive affirmative. I will protect my energy and sanity and live my life. Yes, I'm not going to read about the dust because that's not positive affirmative. I'll see you all in the next video. I don't want to be late because I have a new coach and I'm doing some big things